just asked Peyton the same thing, but what goes into maintaining momentum and everything while you guys have so few games over the course of a couple weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it's momentum. Is maintaining the disciplines of the things that we have to do. The intensity with which we play with, the execution of the game plan that we execute. Winning the situations, all those little things. So, I don't know that it's just momentum as much as I think we're playing to the identity of who we need to be. And we're doing some good things, but we have to learn. To me, the space of it is, can you be hard on yourself, regardless of the result, right? And it always goes back to, if we lose, there's 20 possessions we have to get better at. If there's win, there's 20 possessions we have to get better at. And you just have to win those possessions. So I think it's that mindset.
So what do you guys do, like on a day like today, and then moving forward, to keep those things sharp?
Yeah, just go over all the things we've been sucking at. That you may not know, or they may not quote unquote feel that way because we win. And do we have the understanding of hey, we had a transition clip today where the guy missed a layup. That's bad process. Good result, bad process. Finding those possessions and we have to win these possessions. We can't give up this transition one. It could have cost us if he made it, but he missed it, and so it kind of goes off into the wind. So, just got to be hard on ourselves, have an understanding of where we're at, where we need to get to, regardless of the result. Because at the end of the day, you can't control that as much as you can the process.
Joe, has anything about the way you view or coach this team changed from the start of training camp to now? Outside of the results, but based on what you've seen in practice behind the scenes, has anything about your approach changed, or view, or whatever it is?
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to adjust to your team based on, A, how we're growing, B, the point of the season that you're at, and so you're never going to coach the same that you do at the beginning of the year as you will in the middle. I think you're constantly, because your team's evolving, you're evolving as well. So no, I mean, at the end of the day, we've kept our competitive character, we kept our willingness to want to get better, and we chip away at the things that we got to get better at, our identity, the details, the execution, all those things that go into it. I said that the guys have done a good job just having an understanding of what Celtic basketball looks like, what gives us a chance to win every night, and how much can we do that.
You guys are 4-1 in your last 5 clutch opportunities. How much of that is about capitalizing on mismatches and fewer turnovers compared to guys getting more comfortable with each other and in the system?
Yeah, I mean, clutch is a small sample size, and a lot of variance goes into that. We are taking care of the ball better, which means we are getting shots. At the end of the day, you can't necessarily control if those are going in, but we are doing a better job taking care of the ball in those moments. I think our execution has been better from a process standpoint, and those are the things that we have to continue to get better at. But small sample size, we have to be good in all situations.
So how much you soon on Instagram? Obviously, he's playing one-on-one. At what point do you start to have conversations about whether he could return and just what that would look like?
Yeah, I mean, it's all up to him. I mean, at the end of the day, his health is the most important thing. His process is the most important thing. We trust him, trust the team that's around him. He's got a great team, and then you just kind of go from there. So kind of just all starts about where him and his team think he's at. To me, the only thing I care about is his presence and his leadership, and he's doing that in different ways. On the bench for games, communicating to guys in film sessions, traveling with us. At the end of the day, he's on our team. He's a part of our team. He's helping us get better, and then everything else just comes down to him and the people around him, and you just trust that.
So you guys won't have a conversation with him, trying to hold him back?
I'm not going to do anything. There's people above me that are responsible for that. It's not my job. My job is to just support him, be there for him, listen to him, and at the end of the day, you trust the people that are kind of around and there to do that.
Has it been encouraging, though, to see the progress that he has made in his recovery and his rehab?
Yeah, I mean, the encouraging thing is he is who he is. Like I said, I care more about, obviously, him doing his job. He has a job just like we do. It's his prep. It's his. I think it's harder to rehab than it is to be in the season sometimes, because you have to do things at a higher intensity and a higher pace. So he's doing that, but I care more about just, he's in the team, he's helping us get better. It's the most important thing.
So how would you describe the coaching experience this year? You've had to do a lot of problem solving, development, working with young players. Has that been gratifying, fulfilling, especially start to see some results now as the year goes on? I know you're more about process.
Yeah, I mean, I had to problem solve every year as a coach. I don't think that's something that just started this year. I think you're always working to problem solve. The problems are just different based on the type of team that you have, the strengths and weaknesses that you have. Every season you're going to have a different journey. You're going to have different challenges, different opportunities. This year's challenges and opportunities are obviously different than they have been. It's not about me. It's about how we've taken that on as a team, as a building, as an organization, and it starts with the players. And at the end of the day, they've been the same from day one as they are now. We haven't gotten results that we wanted. We've gotten a few. We care about the process of winning. We care about playing the way we need to play to get to where we want to get to. We just put our head down and do it. So it starts with the guys and doing that.
With a lot of new guys, getting buy-in I know Peyton was just saying like that your first year might have been a little different than further years along the line. Like, how have you kind of gone about getting buy-in from a team for a play style, for mentality as time's gone?
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have buy-in your first year because you're figuring it out together. But the buy-in doesn't come from they have to listen to me. The buy-in comes from this is what we have to be. This is our identity. This gives us the best chance to win. We all have to get on the same page about how we're willing to do that. And that's a little bit of me. It's a little bit of the players, a little bit of the staff, a little bit of the building. So buy-in is an overused term. I don't. That's a trigger word that people use to do that. To me, it's more about are we aligned in the identity that we're trying to create that gives us the best chance to win, and that's going to change every year. It could change in the middle of the year. So that's really what it is. And to this point, we have a clear understanding of who we are and who we need to be. It's a matter of can we execute that on a daily basis.